These are all things to keep in consideration when you're traveling in a van.
Yeah.
There's give and take. You can have a very enjoyable shower. I've had a very enjoyable shower in these vans.
Yeah.
Our owners who now have these showers, they've had very enjoyable showers.
Yeah.
But is it the shower you have at home? No.
Hey, what's up, adventurers? Today we're going to discuss our hot water system and the expectations around using the system. If you enjoy this type of video, please let us know by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Also, if there are any other components like this that you want us to cover that you have questions about, please let us know in the comments below. Alright, let's get into it. That was good, wasn't it, buddy? Alright.
I do, like, I watch this, it is an Instagram account, but basically it's like thought of the day. And it's basically it's a way to get the brain working on non-related topics is basically what it is. And like every day it's just a out of the wall either thought. It's basically, hey, here's just a thought, chew on this topic. Or it's it's either that or it's more of like here's a question to ask yourself. And dude, I haven't looked at what this morning's is yet, but sometimes they are zingers. And like for the first 2 hours of the day, I'm just like I'm struggling to figure this one out. But I will say, for the record, it's more of like a mental health thing to like get your actual brain thinking on something that isn't what is your stresses. So it's more about like helping assist what's going on and getting you just in the mindset of just think and process. And dude, some days it's
Are they just like
it's a zinger.
Like a question, or is it like this thing exists?
It's either a question or thought. It's either I'm at like, here's the question of the day, and it asks you the question, like, and you just ask the question, and it can be something like there was one 2 weeks ago that was like about milk and about how, like, here's a question, like, basically, would you? And it was all around like the basis of milk, temperature outside. Like there's always like this known thing, like don't drink milk in the heat. And it kind of dove into a certain level of detail to make you actually question, oh man, never actually really thought about that, but because there's like pros and cons to it. There's other things where it's just a question. The other things is like, hey, just pencil this thought. If you ran like so much every day over the course of so many years, this means that you could run all the way around the world. And then it always like tags on like a little like brain teaser with it. And so it makes you just sit there and think and be like, dude, if I did do that now, like if I knew that I ran that much every day, basically I know that I could run across the state of California X number of times a year. You know, now it's like a fun fact. It's like, hey guys, did you know that if you do this, it makes you just start.
You just start going down the rabbit hole of like, what does this mean?
That's what it does. It's forcing you into just using your brain for creativity. It's forcing you to bring up old memories. It's just like an exercise thing, dude.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
It's legit. So, okay.
All right, let's get into it for real now. All right, so today we're going to discuss hot water in a van.
Yes.
And what that means. So I guess the first question is, I would just want to know, like, how does our hot water system work?
Okay. So I'll just start with the Move model, and then I can kind of hit on topics of others. So the Move model currently, what we did is we took the EL, the Long, we took all Move models, and we centralized them down to one hot water system. And it is a fully removable system that is coupled with a 15-gallon freshwater tank internally, alongside a hot water system. Is the best way to try to explain it. And so hot water heater. And so between those two, with the hot water tank itself, it's like really usable 1.3 gallons of hot water in its own capacity. But the system is fully removable.
Okay.
Now, in the past, with our live models, we never had really a built-in tank option to hold capacity. We had our 6-gallon Jerry, which is still an option in the move model. You can still do removable. You don't have to do anything built in.
Yeah.
And put an asterisk around built in because
it's removable.
4 bolts and it's removable. But it actually has a spot in the build.
Yeah.
It goes in the side. And so, knowing that our older systems had a hot water tank that was 2.5 gallon, so bigger.
Yeah.
I would not say double the capacity of our current, but I would say 1.5 times. And that was a system that was more built in, harder to remove, and so it was we jumped through kind of the different hoops. But on the move model, it was all about keeping the features of the do model of everything removable, and then options, the EL, the long, they are the same system, same capacity.
Okay.
And so to go back to your question on what our hot water system is, fully electric, not propane.
Okay.
It's not gas powered. It is 100% electric tanked. It's not tankless. It's a tanked system to really help assist removing the need of like a really high power draw.
Yeah.
And so we look at it as a balance of give and take. And so a tank system coupled with 15 gallons, from just everything that we've just seen over time, more importantly with like customer needs, customer wants, and the want of removable, the system we really coupled together, I will just say personally, I feel is just a very good balance to the give and takes of having hot water in a van.
Yeah. So I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, but why ultimately did you decide to go with a tanked system over a tankless system?
Power draw.
Yeah.
So, space is in a van. Space is key number one. Like if you look at past episodes, like space is everything in the give and take of that space. So a tankless is smaller in size. Generally speaking, those systems are smaller. The problem is that the power draw that they require, it's more stress on the system. It's more potential of getting yourself in trouble of draining your batteries.
Yeah.
A tankless system is going to pull about 3 times that of a tanked.
Okay.
So now what's nice is that it's only pulling when you're using. The problem is that when the draw is so high, I mean, basically for you to have a tankless system, we would have to have at minimum a 3,500 watt inverter. When our standard is 2,000, our newer systems do offer a 35, but it's stress. And then I go back to if we go back to the episode on selecting like what size power system, tankless automatically makes me want to give you more capacity of batteries because of how fast it can just drain a big system with not realizing it is. Electricity is something that you just don't see. You only notice through state of charge. And so we went the route of we need to try to help people keep themselves out of danger zone. Another benefit that I don't know how many customers do this, but and I've done it though for like my kids. We have little kids and we put little pools out sometimes and we got to warm up the water. And I've used our removable hot water system to circulate and heat up the water and raise kiddie pool before. Works great. It's removable. Also, it can just plug into a standard outlet. And that's the thing about the removable system. If we went to tankless, that's great. It would have to have a 30 amp hookup. It's the same kind of reasoning why our vans come standard with a 15, because you can plug it in anywhere. That's kind of the same reason why we went the tanked route, is because of that ability of knowing you can plug it into anything. And you don't get that just overwhelming discharge from the tankless side that just requires so much more demand of power.
I think it sounds like you have the ability with the way we have things set up to be a little bit more mindless, where like if you're running your microwave because you're warming up your breakfast or something like that, and then you hop in the shower, you have a little bit more flexibility to not trip your system.
Exactly. Yeah, if you put a tankless in, unless we went to like a really big like 2 inverter setup, stuff like that, you have to make sure you have everything shut down before you kick it on, because you're just going to overload.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you are right. Like, the ability of running the hot water system alongside other components, that's a big benefit in terms of keeping yourself out of trouble.
Yeah.
So, like, me personally, like, if it was my own van, I'm very geeked out on like electronics and stuff. I would attempt the idea of a tankless.
Yeah.
Just because I'm trying to prove it.
Yeah.
But it's a process. Like, it would be a process to do.
Yeah, a bunch of stress tests, see what works and what doesn't work.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. You said the tank is like 1.5 gallons, but it connects to a 15-gallon.
Right.
What is that? Is the 1.5 hotter? And then if you want to go beyond that, you're maybe going to get like a lukewarm shower?
Yeah, so on the hot water system, and we'll do an educational video on this to really hit the numbers, but it really starts to boil down to perspective of what you're getting. So we've done a walkthrough video of, and you can get the link below, of our walkthrough video of our new indoor shower. And the question that's coming up is like, okay, that's great. We now have an indoor shower. Yay. Awesome. What's the expectations, though, of the shower itself?
Yeah.
So you have, let's say, 1.5 gallons of true hot water.
Yeah.
And then you have 15 of ambient room temperature water in the van.
Yeah.
And that's a very big key point, is it's kind of just like air conditioning outside. What's the delta difference of what you're trying to do? If it's 110 out, hey, feel really accomplished if you're still keeping this van 80 degrees.
Yeah.
But if it's 90 out, being in the 70s, you should feel good about that.
Yeah.
So pay attention to extremes. If you're pulling fresh water out of like a stream at, say, 42 degrees, your shower's not going to last as long. So in regards to hot shower, so Nick already talked to you, and you guys are going to make fun of me, but I absolutely love hot showers. Okay. I'm a 30-minute hot shower guy. And by the time I start to run out of hot water, that's when I finally actually start my shower process of soaping myself.
Yeah.
The first forever is a steam shower.
Question of the day
Type stuff.
Yeah.
It is definitely gathering my thoughts.
Yeah.
And so I love really long hot showers.
Yeah.
But it's an expectation thing.
Yeah.
I know that I can't expect to do that in a van. And there's a handful of reasons. One, do you really want to produce that much steam in your van and actually put that much condensation in here?
Yeah.
Also, you're traveling, you're overlanding, you have 15 gallons of water capacity. Do you really actually need to run that the entire time?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to actually use all that for a shower? So when it comes to the 1.5 of hot, it's all subject to, okay, how hot of a shower are you wanting?
Yeah.
That there's such a thing out there, and I think that's why we're talking about this, is whenever you take a shower in a van, our van, let's just say, RV standard out there is big RVs have 6 gallons of hot, so you can truly take it. Also, you're coupling probably 50 or 60 gallons of fresh water on board.
Yeah.
It's just an expectation thing. We built a compact hot water system with a holding tank that goes in the sidewall, and it's out of the way, tucked away, and removable. When we couple that with what's the expectation of a shower, I look at it as, if you want to turn that hot water heater all the way up and you want to truly have a hot shower you almost can't stand in, you're going to get about a minute.
Yeah.
A few customers have said you get about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, that's all subject to ambient temperature water. If that water's sitting in here in this van 70 degrees and that water has a chance to get to that point, you're probably actually going to extend that hot water shower at that full temp probably to 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay? If you throw ice cold water in, that hot water heater is going to give you hot water for probably 20 seconds until it starts to come down. But that is where we kind of just look at the size of hot water versus water capacity, and we just kind of ran a test in our shop, and we stood there, and it's like, look, this is still ideal shower for majority of people unless you want to go really hot. And we had it running for basically 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And the hot water kind of just reached a point where I mean, it's still hot. I mean,
Yeah.
let me disclaimer that. Not still hot to the point of steaming.
Yeah.
It is still above room temp, and it is still warm to a degree where you're not questioning if you should get out.
Yeah.
You're willing to still stand there.
Yeah.
And that's going to continue for minutes.
Yeah.
It's just that expectation of if you're really looking for a long, drawn out hot shower, you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Because why? You don't have the capacity.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you now, you don't.
Yeah.
Because on demand, so our water system's considered on demand hot water. And most people reference on demand. Well, if I hear that, that means when I turn on the faucet, I get hot water, and I get hot water as long as I need it.
Yeah.
That's not true. That's not the case for our system.
Yeah.
You're going to get that initial hot, and based on the ambient water temperature in your van, like if it's winter outside and you're only keeping the van about 50, you're going to have a hot shower for 30 to 45 seconds. Yeah. Truly hot. But are you going to have that shower be very comfortable for you for probably 3 minutes? Yes.
Yeah.
Again, it's that whole delta of if you're running cold water in, it's going to limit. So if you really want to take a super long hot shower, you need to cycle, and you can cycle the water through and actually like heat up the other side if you want. Mm-hmm. It's not easy. You can see it in like our walkthrough video of like how the system works. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like use a jerry can, set it in front of your S-bar. Mm-hmm. Heat it up that way. Yeah. Boil some water and pull it into the system. I mean, if you really have to have it, do it. Mm-hmm. But our thing is it's give and take. It's a matter of tankless systems pull a ton of power. We're staying away from those.
Yeah.
We wanted to downsize capacity from that side so we could actually make it fully removable out of the side of the system for ease.
Yeah.
And then take into consideration condensation, time of shower, all those type of things that you need to just be cognizant of in your build. What I would say for people is if you're wanting to take a 10-minute steam shower, don't do that in a van.
Yeah.
You're building condensation that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Showers in a van are to get yourself cleaned off, rinsed off. It's not for enjoyment.
Yeah, you just went on a hike.
Yeah, you just went on a hike. It's clean off.
Yeah.
It's good to have hot water available, and I believe in having hot water available for a lot of reasons. But from my perspective, this is mine, just as a disclaimer of this, our hot water system is not going to give you a 10-minute hot shower.
Yeah.
It's not going to give you a 3-minute hot steaming shower. It will give you a 30-second, 45-second hot steaming shower.
Yeah.
It will give you a good warm shower for 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah.
It's going to give you that.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, while that system's running to keep up and hot, you can still run other components.
Yeah.
Your TV can still be on. There's no real need of concern of maintenance with how we do the system.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for just brutal hot, you're not getting it.
Yeah.
And if that's a requirement for you, I mean, let us know and see. I mean, we can always put a bigger system in.
Yeah.
We can always make it fixed. We can make it a service appointment and see what we can do and custom quote you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to need to understand why, because of all those other parameters. If it's really hot outside and you're a humid area, don't put extra water in the air inside your van.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're making your air conditioner work harder.
Yeah.
There's no reason to make your air conditioner have to try, because let's just face it, you're going to take a hot shower, you're going to turn up the temperature of your body, you're going to go lay down, you're already going to be mad because now you can't get cooled back down.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you're making your air conditioner work for you for no reason.
Yeah.
These are all things to keep in consideration when you're traveling in a van.
Yeah.
There's give and take. You can have a very enjoyable shower. I have had a very enjoyable shower in these vans.
Yeah.
Our owners who now have these showers, they've had very enjoyable showers.
Yeah.
But is it the shower you have at home? No, it's not. Unless you don't take hot, long showers.
Yeah.
My wife, dude, I think she's in and out in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The
I'm
van?
kind of that way, like 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, so I don't even know if you'd even notice the difference.
Yeah.
I think you'd be like, dang, I'm just taking my home shower.
Yeah.
Me, I know I'm not getting what I want. Mainly because I don't want to do that in the van to begin with because of all the other reasons. And so expectations of what the hot water system can do, I think is just a big key thing. We'll hit it in a bigger, like, detailed educational video, but I mean, I think, Lane, that's the biggest key aspect to. We've built, I think the team's done an amazing job building a shower that's very functional, but just like it's in your slider door.
Yeah.
There's give and take, right? Because we didn't want you to have to touch the bed, so hey, guess what? You do have to deploy a curtain and attach it at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's the give and take. Can't have hard walls in your slider door.
Yeah.
Same way with hot water. It's a matter of, it's a rinse down.
Yeah.
You can take a long shower. 15 gallons in these systems, I mean, you can still shower for a long time. And weirdly enough, when you're in that mindset, and when I'm in my house, in my shower, I mean, 30 minutes can go by quickly because I'm watching a TV show.
Yeah.
You know, or doing, something like that. But in a van, it's kind of like, oh man, I already won out in 3 minutes, because it's just a different mindset, different thought. So if you're questioning if, like, the water system gives you enough hot water, I mean, just put yourself in that perspective.
Yeah.
It's a rinse down. It's clean. You can fully shower, fully soap, fully do everything. But it's kind of like, do the things you should do.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're soaping, turn the water off.
Yeah.
Don't let it keep running. It's like brushing your teeth. We all should turn it off while we're actually brushing.
Yeah.
Be more cognizant of those things, because your water's not endless.
Yeah.
It is different than a home. Just think about those things.
Yeah. No, I think you can apply that to basically every component of the van. We just think about a shower differently because we're Americans and we have unlimited hot water and everything. So
yeah.
But no, I think this is really helpful for people to just rethink what a van is as a whole, not just the shower. It's just like everything's a little bit more limited than your home.
Yes. So. Yeah. And that's probably the best way to put it, Lane, is the shower system is limited based, on a home, but at the end of the day, it's still serving the same purpose as your home, which is you're showering, you're rinsing off, you can fully soap, fully shower, you can fully stand up in a high roof. It's still giving you all the actual necessities.
Yeah.
You're getting the necessities. Those extra touches, if you really need a steam shower, go to a sauna on your trip somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Go to a Love's.
Go to a Love's. There you go. Use their hot water.
Yeah.
Don't abuse your system. Don't put more cycles on your batteries.
Yeah.
Don't stress your system more.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess don't cycle your batteries more. Don't throw extra humidity in there for your battery system. Like, it's all inside a van. It's all connected, and just be cautious of, my mom is a huge believer in this. And I fully stand by her with the comment the older I get, but everything in moderation. That's kind of the same thing in a van.
Yeah.
Just, when you're eating, it's, sugars aren't bad. Just moderate.
They just can't be every meal.
Yeah, just don't do it. Yeah, every meal, moderation on everything, is key. Work, sleep, all of it.
Yeah.
Moderation. Van's the same way. Moderation. It's, be cognizant of how much water you're using, because the more you use it, the more your hot water is kicking on, the more you're using your power, the more you're cycling the batteries, the more. And it kind of just comes back to that episode of, like, the power system steps.
Yeah.
Can we make a steam shower in a van? Yes. I want to talk every single person out of that for a long list of reasons outside of the shower itself.
Yeah.
And that's just reality. That's fact.
Yeah, it all ties together.
Yep. So, anyway, we'll work on that education video.
Yeah.
Put the links below for different shenanigans.
All right. That was a good... You can't watch full episodes of The Office. That's what we're telling you in the shower.
No, you can watch really long commercials.
Yeah, you can watch some reels. We can watch our reels.
You can watch our reels.
Yeah.
You can watch, highlights.
Yeah.
Highlight reels. So,
all right.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.